Okay, so let's go and see what this energy source... What is that? What on earth is this? It looks like an alien ship. Shall we approach? I guess, I guess we might as well. Oh god! No, not all of the Lieberman triplets. Emergency launch procedures. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Here we go. Engine transmission. Who is it?
Attention, a big, mean, hostile alien vessel hovering overhead in an obvious attack posture. This is Spotty Captain Fwiffo. I know you are going to torture me, so let's just get this over with right now. The coordinates of my homeworld, Spotty-Wa, are 241.6 by 368.7, and the ultra-secret Spotty Cipher, which is known only by me and several billion other Spotty, is Happy Muffy Duffy. Sorry about that little mistake with your landing vehicle. I was so startled when it approached my vessel in a threatening manner that my automated defense systems...
Really? Did he really? I don't believe you one bit. Okay. You just killed our crew. You're gonna be destroyed if you don't identify yourself. Don't kill us. Yeah, let's just warn him.
Of course. As I said, I am Captain Pluto of the Spotty Lordship Star Runner. Our sensors have tracked your entry into the system, which you are no doubt here to conquer. And while you are certainly welcome to do so, we would be greatly appreciative if you would please just go away and forget this star system ever existed. If you don't go, it will greatly complicate our master-slave relationship with the Ur-Quan, who stationed us here to watch over the Earthlings.
Right, so, well... I guess this guy seems to be a good guy to get information from, so I guess we could be a little bit more kind of approaching.
I thought you were going to tell me.
Okay, let's just give him a chance. I guess we can answer some questions. He seems to be willing to give us information, even though he's kind of against us.
Don't really keep us very well informed about their goings on, so that all we know is that immediately after the subjugation of the last Alliance race, the Hut, I think, the Ur-Quan gathered their dreadnoughts and departed for the edge of the galaxy, commanding us to obey the slave laws or face their wrath when they returned.
Right, so, we don't really know where the Ur-Quan are, but, let's just ask him about other alien races.
For instance, when defeated, the Hut joined the hierarchy as combat thralls, while the Sirene chose to be slave-shielded on a planet in the Bug Squirt star system. No, that's not right. I forget its name. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the Shofixti. They were utterly wiped out in a gigantic blaze of glory.
Blaze of Glory?
The Shofixti were half feral, as you know, having been uplifted by the Hut just a few decades before the start of the war. Given their habit of detonating those suicidal so-called glory devices in combat, this came as no particular surprise to me when, upon the arrival of the Ur-Quan Primary Task Force at their homeworld, the Shofixti caused their sun to explode in a colossal supernova, destroying the entire planetary system, and not incidentally dozens of Ur-Quan dreadnoughts.
Okay. Okay. That was interesting. So what is he doing on Pluto then?
This region of space was dominated by a loose confederation known as the Alliance of Free Stars, which was composed of the aliens native to these parts who did not want to be enslaved. They made a valiant effort against the superior Ur-Quan forces. It even looked like they might miraculously defeat the combined Ur-Quan armada, right up to the point at which the Ur-Quan totally defeated, indeed annihilated them.
Wow. Okay. He doesn't actually tell us what he's actually doing on Pluto, though.
To subjugate formerly the Earthlings, the Ur-Quan presented the humans with the standard slave options. Join the hierarchy as combat brawls and retain some autonomy, including the right to travel through space, or become a fellow species and return to pre-atomic savagery on the surface of their homeworld, encased for all time beneath an impenetrable force shield. The humans chose the latter option, and so were swiftly imprisoned on the surface of Earth. But the Ur-Quan didn't trust them to obey the restrictions, so they chose a small group of hierarchy combat starships from the inlet and top fleets to create the so-called Earth Guard and station them at a base on Earth's moon.
So this information is useful, but what is he actually doing on Pluto?
Which made us Spatty a bit uneasy, because with each passing day we grew more and more worried about the sneaky Earthlings making a surprise attack. So the Illred kept telling us that it was impossible, since the Earthlings had no ships or weapons whatsoever. That made us feel a bit better, but when the Illred left, again we grew fearful, and decided to make a strategic redeployment to Mars. Later on we decided it would be prudent to relocate to Jupiter's moon, Ganymede, then later Saturn's moon, Titan, and finally here to Pluto.
So I think we finally got the idea that they're pretty much massive cowards, so I guess they'll be useful for information in the future. But yeah, what happened to the Ur-Quan?
The most rigid flipper, yes, the backbone of the Earth Guard Force. But they departed the system en masse not long after the last Ur-Quan dreadnought vanished from this region of space. They claimed to have received a direct order from their gods of evil and darkness, who had grown dissatisfied with the Illrat's passivity and wanted them to kill or at least torture someone soon. Personally, I believe they just got bored and went off to have some fun. Well, when they were pushing up into hyperspace 18 years ago, we asked them that very question, and I think they said something to the effect of real soon.
Wow. Okay, so what's happening on the moon
if
then?
the Earthlings figured out we had abandoned the base on Luna, they would be more likely to try something sneaky. So, we rigged up some old service androids and ordered them to drive around on the lunar surface in bulldozers, endlessly pushing around the same piles of dirt. In addition, we connected the base's local radio transmitter to an audio malnorme fun rum called Winky's Happy Night, hoping they would think we were still there.
Well, we haven't actually been to the moon, but I guess we could check that out later.
It became necessary to redeploy strategically some of our Earth-Guard forces to our homeworld in case of a sudden surprise attack by a vicious, unrelenting alien race which we Spotty call the Ultimate Evil!
Why do I not believe them? I don't know about that.
That is to say, scores and perhaps even hundreds of my brethren stride through the corridors of this specially modified, super-efficient, mass destruction-oriented starship, which could lay siege to an entire planetary system should we choose to do so, which, fortunately for you, we have decided not to do today.
Again, not really sure he's telling us the truth here.
You are far too
And,
stubborn for
yeah,
a
of course, here we
puppy
go.
like me, and now I must submit to your superior alien intellect. I guess I am not revealing any truly important secrets if I tell you that each of my species' Eluder-class void ships typically holds 30 spotty crewmen, though at present my vessel, the Star Runner, is not up to full complement due to the needs of my homeworld in their resistance against the Ultimate Evil. And in fact, my vessel is somewhat understaffed right now, seeing as how I am the only spotter on board.
Wow, so he's the only Spaffy on that ship out of 30. So, all his crew just left him there? Yeah, surely he's just in danger.
How true, Captain, how true! In truth, just between us, during the past 7 years, I have been quite ill at ease, yet now I find myself enjoying your company. This witty dialogue, and the presence of your huge, powerful, death-dealing starship, which, being my friend, you would certainly feel compelled to use in order to save me from any hostile life forms who threatened me with death.
Well, of course, your Fwiffo, Spaffy race.
I
So who is this ultimate evil?
Ultimate evil remains largely unmanifest, and its powers and exact intentions are still a bit obscure, since it lurks just outside the range of even the most sensitive long-range detectors, which we feel gives conclusive evidence as to the ultimate evil's nefarious intent.
So they're using their entire fleet to defend them from something that possibly doesn't even
It
exist.
was our most powerful and unforgiving master, the Ur-Quan, who stationed us here. We knew it would be grossly stupid to disobey them completely, but we decided it would be okay to send just one ship home. We used one of our most ancient and solemn rituals, Taffy, to pick the lucky ship. Then, some months later, we decided that it wouldn't really hurt if we sent one more ship home. And then later we sent another, and then another. Well, you get the idea. Alas, as fate would have it, when the final ritual was performed, I, Fwiffo, was left here alone. For as even the most immature in wrestling knows, there must always be one spotter who picks the short top first.
That is true, you gotta remember that. I guess we could get him on our side though, since, you know,
I discard all prejudice.
he's not gonna do anything useful on his own, so yeah, let's just take him aboard.
Commitment to my well-being. I must wax melancholy for just a moment though, and make sure you understand that any other spotty ships we meet at large in the galaxy are not going to be quite so responsive to your friendly gestures as myself, since they bear more heavily the yoke of Ur-Quan enslavement and are also apt to talk themselves out of allying with a totally unknown alien, which I, having been left here alone, cannot do. Welcome me aboard, Captain.
Alright, so we have Fwiffo, which is awesome. We have his spatty ship now, you can see in the top right hand corner, which is awesome. Fwiffo is actually not that bad early game. So I'm actually going to move my crew over to his ship, since of course he only has one crew member, which is himself. We're going to give him some human crew to help him along, because the way combat works in this game, once you lose all your crew, your ship pretty much explodes and dies. So we definitely want to give him more crew members so that he can survive longer in combat. And I'm also going to take away some of the Earthling crews' humans, since it's not that useful right now, so I'm not going to use that too much. But yeah, we better move on then. So we've got Saturn and Jupiter to go, which is cool. Let's just get over there. Okay, so let's go. And I'm going to go to Saturn now. And, well, okay, let's just go to Jupiter, since I am already heading in that direction. Yeah, let's just go to Jupiter, it's easier. Saturn actually looks a lot like Jupiter does in real life, but I guess Saturn's also lost his rings, which is interesting. But look at this, Jupiter's got 4 moons, which is pretty cool. Let's just go to this closest one, see what's here. The red thing here. I guess this is Io. Yeah, this is Io. And oh, look at this! Finally, radioactives, and a lot of them as well. Look at that. So let's go and harvest all this. Now, while I'm getting all of this, I just want to explain the way I'm going to record this. I'm not going to be recording me mining these planets, because as you can see, it's pretty much just the same thing over and over again, and it's basically, yeah, it's basically pretty boring to just watch me do, and I'm probably going to be mining hundreds, if not thousands, of planets during this game. So I definitely will not be adding them to the recording. I will do them like off camera, because you know, resource collecting is not the most exciting part of this game. But look, I've already filled up 2 loads of radioactives, and we know that radioactives are worth 8, and our little lander can carry about 50 things, so we've pretty much got 800, maybe just over 1,000 units now, or points, or whatever it turns out to be. But that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that, though. We're also quite full on resources. Just under the number of crew we have, you can see our storage kind of box there, and it's about half full. I'm just going to save the game as well, just to keep our progress. So let's just go back to Earth now, and give the the commander our radioactives, because I'm sure that he wants to use them since it did look like he was in trouble.